Brock Pierce with us now. I don't know. Bezos staying in space wouldn't be bad. Elon Musk seems to be doing some interesting things around here. Is this really just a spat between the two richest guys over who controls the information for all of us?
I mean, that's how it appears. I think Bezos's comments on China are off base. I don't think that's at all accurate. I think what Elon has done here is amazing. And the big difference between the two, and both obviously incredible accomplishments, but what Jeff Bezos built would have been built by someone else shortly thereafter. He was first, he executed, he succeeded, and did very well. The things that Elon Musk is doing, yes, would be done by someone else, but it might be 3 years later or 30 years later. Elon Musk is single-handedly moving us forward into the future in a way that is unlike anyone else. I think that what he's talked about in terms of open sourcing the algorithm is a huge world-changing event. The algorithms that are private at Google, at Facebook, the idea that Twitter will have an open algorithm that everyone can see. Once you put that out in the open, it will raise the questions of morality and make sure that we're doing the right things for the future generations that support civilization and our well-being.
For the benefit of my mother, who asked me last night via text during a segment about Elon Musk and Twitter, what is an open algorithm? The idea is that the world gets to see how Twitter decides what's important, what's not important. A lot of members of the media are having a problem with an algorithm that would benefit free speech rather than a given ideology. Bezos versus Musk's net worth. Musk, $265 billion, Bezos, $178 billion. Obviously, they both own a lot of different things. Bezos, Amazon, Blue Origin, Washington Post. Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, Boring Company, as you point out, much more sort of innovative things. Either way here, how do the billionaires of the world, and even Warren Buffett, who owns a bunch of local newspapers, get around the idea that having the richest men in America or the world control what the world sees and hears is a good idea?
Well, I mean, I think that is, as it's always probably been. The nice thing is at least we're more aware of it. The populace is aware of it. I love the idea that it's open, that these decisions are being made in a way where we get to see what they're doing, how they're doing it, in the case of what Elon wants to do with Twitter, so that we can question it. We can form an opinion as to whether or not this is good or bad for us. And so I think this is a step in the right direction. Will the wealthiest people in the world control these things for the time being? Yes, unless we and that's what we do with cryptocurrency technologies, is the idea of Web 2 and Web 3. We are demonopolizing these large organizations and turning them into public utilities.
Yeah, it's interesting sort of the way that these two men are approaching things. You've got, Bezos, who's tweeting about Elon Musk, also obviously used the Washington Post and the op-eds to trash Elon Musk, certainly doesn't allow free speech at Amazon. And then you've got Elon Musk, who's talking solely about free speech, agree or disagree with whether or not Twitter should be moderated. But you think about it, Washington Post, 3 million digital subscribers versus 217 million monetizable daily active Twitter users. Is the reach even comparable and the power even comparable?
No, I think that Elon Musk made a smart move here. I think it was a brilliant buy. And I think in terms of where we're going, it is the town square. I love his current strategies with it. It's a brilliant move. My hat's off to Elon on this one, and really excited about what he's going to do with it. The whole free speech conversation is an important one. Whatever your opinion was of our former president, to censor a sitting president off of one of these big tech platforms is a major deal. It is big tech saying we're more powerful than the U.S. government, and I'm glad to see that.
Well, maybe not even the U.S. government, maybe even sort of more arrogant, as they say they're more important than the voters, which is a whole different idea. Being more important than the U.S. government may sometimes be a good idea. Hey, Brock, it was good talking to you. You moved us right to the next segment. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right.